Hello folks, I hope everyone is well. Today we speak about the first eclipse in the sign of Libra. As usual, all eclipses come in pairs, and after the solar eclipse in Aries, this eclipse will naturally be in the opposite sign of Libra. So we can expect the drama and the unpredictability to impact areas where Aries and Libra fall in your chart. Yeah. So let's talk about May's lunar eclipse. So we have a lunar eclipse taking place in Libra on May the 5th at approximately 6 p.m. UTC in the nakshatra of Vishaka at approximately 20 degrees. Ketu will cause this eclipse, though it will be far enough from the eclipse, 11 degrees away in Swati. And here we can perhaps see a closure of all matters that came up in October 2022, when we had a solar eclipse in Libra. Venus, of course, is the ruling planet here, right? Because Venus rules Libra. And where will Venus be? It will be in Gemini, in 3 degrees. With full moon cycles, it's usually a good time to connect. It's usually a good time to reconnect with others, especially with this eclipse, because we have the controlling planet of Vishaka, which is Jupiter. It's aspecting that eclipse zone directly from Aries. This will be an easier eclipse, I feel, than the one that we experienced in April. Though this is an eclipse where we will see the strongest manifestation of that Guru Chandal yoga in full force now. So you may be questioning your relationships, your life goals, your plans, and it would be an excellent time to reflect, because Mercury is part of the conjunction here in Aries, moving in retrograde at this time. You may also meet people who are full of new ideas, goals, suggesting a different approach, suggesting a different path to you. You may also meet people that will make you question your life direction, and you will all of a sudden reverse your original plans. And this can really certainly play out in relationships and close bonds. It's, of course, a time to reconnect with old friends, strengthen old bonds. In fact, people from the past may make a sudden appearance now, and this may be the reason for you to question your life path. Venus, being the ruling planet of Libra, is in trine from this eclipse, situated 9 houses away in Gemini with Mars. Passionate attractions can feature now, and quick decisions can be made in your life as a result of these attractions. Fated elements and outcomes can feel very strong now, because Rahu is in Ketu's nakshatra and Ketu is in Rahu's nakshatra. We have a Parivartan yoga happening with Mars and Mercury in exchange. It's the same as the one in during the April eclipse, right? So they're still in the same position, both Mercury and Mars. So this can result in some argumentations, some confrontations. But with Mercury retrograde, communications may be delayed. They also may be misunderstood. See where Aries and Gemini fall from your ascendant to understand the impact of this Parivartan Yoga at this time. Parivartan Yogas happening between 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, and 11 houses can actually be beneficial. Whereas between the 3, 6, 8, 12 houses can feel a bit challenging. Venus with Mars can also result in impulsive actions, especially in relationships. Double check all communications, as this will bring some quick repercussions. So think before hitting that send button. Be also watchful for gossip now. Don't spread gossip, and refuse to listen to it as well. It will likely it will likely not be based on any facts. Mars in Gemini is especially difficult energy in this regard. Right? So social media presence, you can see this surfacing there. In fact, I would say minimize social media time at this time during the eclipses, because of that very earth in between Mars and Mercury. Libra is a natural 7th house of the zodiac, signifying relationships. So we can expect that relationships will feature during the days surrounding the eclipse, right? This eclipse will mark the culmination of long-standing problems in your close relationships. It may be a final break, but this would only be if the problems have been ongoing for a long time. It can at the same time bring you in contact with those where there is an instant attraction, right? But with Mercury retrograde and Jupiter Rahu conjunction, you may want to go a little bit slow. By the 15th of May, you'll be in a better position to take action with some confidence. With Rahu energy being so predominant, selfish motives and desires can also prevail in relationships. You may not be getting the full picture. So you may want to wait till June the 1st to take irreversible actions. Because at that time, Rahu and Jupiter start to move away from each other. If you still have the same stance, then that would be the time to take that very decisive action. With relationships from the past, now you could see some resolutions. Many people will be ready to start a new phase of life, a new chapter, due to that Jupiter's fresh transit in Aries. Yeah, and it's now out of the Gandanta zone also by the time we have this May 5th eclipse. And it's also supported due to the Pada 1 position of this eclipse going into the Aries Navamsha, making it a time of excessive energy, drive, ambition, new starts, new beginnings. Depending on what dasha you're experiencing, in relationships, you will want to go out of your way to make them work, to meet people, to socialize. Of course, this eclipse directly impacts Aries and Libra, but also those who have personal planets close to that eclipse degree. So as usual, if you have a planet in Vishaka or Bharani, then that area of life will be activated, right? And you could see a new opening, a new beginning. So for instance, you have Venus there, this will bring some openings in relationships. If you have Moon there, your focus will be on your domestic situation, and that might change in some way. You could see an opening there also. If you have Sun there, you'll be eager to take a new path in life. All planets are in fire and air at this time. So this can bring some feelings of restlessness, a lot of movement, including travel, an urgent feeling to make some decisions. Connecting with others now, speaking about pressing issues, will help you to make the right decisions now. It's a good time to start a new education endeavor. Take a trip abroad. Keep an open mind again with communications, as I mentioned, especially written ones. But many people at this time will be feeling very energized, active. So let's talk a little bit about Vishaka, where the eclipse takes place. Vishaka supports the following activities: parties, celebrations, making resolutions, accomplishing tasks, anything requiring a focus. Yeah. There may be some overindulgence at this time with Jupiter's aspect, but certainly some nice celebrations too. So it's a good time to connect with others. Vishaka's symbol is that forked branch, right? Like when you feel like you have two paths in front of you, two choices in front of you. So you may find yourself at a crossroads at this time. Again, try not to take impulsive decisions. Venus, the ruling planet, is in Gemini, which confirms this duality and the two choices in front of us. But once you choose, the ambition and determination to succeed will be there. The trinal aspects between Venus and Saturn will support some good decision making as well. As long as you can steer clear of that impulsiveness that Mars and Venus can bring in the conjunction in Gemini. Vishaka is governed by Indra and by Agni, so the courage, the fortitude, the power is there if you want to tap into it, especially with that Jupiter aspect. As usual, the eclipse can bring swift and sudden events and changes. And even more so applicable to this eclipse because it's in the Jara house, right? Aries and Libra are the movable houses. So see where Libra falls from your moon, from your lagna. The one feature of this eclipse that I like is the stabilizing force of Saturn. It's actually helpful during this eclipse, unlike the eclipse in April, where it's not very supportive, the Saturn position aspecting Aries. So Libra, where does it fall from moon? Where does it fall from lagna? Changes can manifest there very quickly. I've made remedy videos on each planet, and for the eclipses, as usual, I recommend remedial measures for the moon. It can include very simple things: keeping a light schedule 1 week before and after, drinking lots of water, doing pranayama, doing meditation, spending time with family, spending time at home. And with full moon eclipses like this one, especially the fact that it's in Libra, I think it's a very good time to get out there and connect with others. You will actually gain a lot from interaction, as opposed to just being on your own and being introspective. Yeah. And as usual, at eclipse times, it's difficult to plan. Right? So you can take a passive approach and keep your schedule light, or you can surrender to what comes your way. And that can also be exciting. Especially with this eclipse, right? Where there's so much energy in Aries, you can feel a bit restless. So that's all for now. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe, like, and share button. Thank you, folks. All the best. Cheers.